G'day folks, my name is Robert Bruce and this video is the practical energy work demonstration series which we're doing for my new video blog on astralbob.com, and this is the practical energy work demonstration. But before I get to the practical demonstration, a quick word about energy work safety. Now, there's not a lot to be concerned about safety wise. The energy body is very robust, and you can't break anything by playing around with it with body awareness. Now, when you talk to other people about this or read up on this, you will find consistent dire warnings about energy work. And this mainly concerns working with the primary energy centres, the major chakras like the heart, throat, brow and crown. And the warnings generally revolve around, the most common warning you'll get is, oh, energy work can cause terribly enhanced sexual stimulation, so you'll be like a werewolf, with this insatiable sexual desire. Now, that problem, increased sexual desire, is a very rare condition. Now, I've worked with many thousands of people over the years, and in all my years and the thousands of people I've worked with, I've come across a problem like that in two people. Now, both of these people had pre-existing problems of mental disturbances, but their problems appeared to be genuine, and they had an overactive genital centre for some reason. Now, this was not a consequence of doing actual energy work, and therefore, in all the people I've worked with, it's a very rare problem, not something to be overly concerned about, unless you specifically focus your body awareness in the genital centre. Now, that is something I'll talk about more in another video, but it is, to say, not something to be overly concerned about, and it can actually be useful if you are practicing Tantra, or if you have marital problems with intimacy problems. I've worked with many people over the years, couples who've had impotency, frigidity problems, and we found that a little bit of extra work on the genital centre done in the right way can be very healing in that sense. But I'll talk more on this later. So in a general sense, the safety-wise for the energy body, there's not much that can't be dealt with the golden rule. Now, the golden rule is something I coined during my work with PAPI, the Practical Astral Projection Intensive. This is an online course that we do a few times a year. It's a 5-week intensive course. It teaches energy work, deep relaxation, astral projection, exit techniques, and everything you need to know to achieve an out-of-body experience. Now, because we do quite a lot of energy work in this program, it's an online interactive course. We occasionally will get problems with people getting overactive parts of their energy body, and various problems, pressure pains in the brow centre and the crown, and a plethora of little problems. And these pressure pains and sensations are generally development related, meaning that when you activate an energy centre, particularly the brow and the crown centres, you will cause pressure pains. This feels like pressure. For example, it will feel like somebody is pressing a thumb into your middle of your forehead quite strongly, and that can be quite uncomfortable, or pressing into the top of the head, or like you've got a belt around your whole top of your head being tightened, so you get this pressure sensations. You can also get them in the throat and the chest. Now, occasionally these can be enduring depending on the person. And we have found a simple rule, the golden rule, to deal with any problems that we haven't encountered with energy work, and we haven't encountered anything yet that it doesn't fix, including becoming ungrounded through energy work. And the golden rule is simply this: if you feel any sensations or symptoms while you're carrying out energy work that are overly strong or worrying, stop what you're doing and take a break. And take a break as long as you need to, whether it is an hour, a day or a week, until you feel completely normal again, and then return to the energy work, maybe a little bit more gently. And approaching energy work this way is very, very healthy, and it works well, because the energy work will often, you will trigger activations in your primary centres, and your brow centre, your third eye, will start to activate, for example, and you may get pressure and tingling, and it can be some quite strong sensations there. But if you stop and take a break, an hour, a day usually, and it eases off, and then you approach it again, and you may get the same thing happen, and you work through the session if it's not too bad, as long as it's not excruciating, and then you take a little break and you come back to it again. And approaching it this way, taking frequent breaks, you'll find this area, when the area in question, will have time to develop and come out of dormancy in a fairly easy way, and these sensations will eventually go away. The worst I've had is a couple of months where they've been intermittent sensations, and then they ease off and don't usually come back unless you trigger that centre to a even higher level of activity. But again, these symptoms are nothing to be concerned about, and they are just part of the course when you are activating your energy body and your spiritual body is becoming alive, and the energy centers, chakras, are activating and opening. These are like exercising muscles that you little use, and they, when you first start to use them, you're going to get some muscle strain and soreness, which after a couple of days break will heal, and they will grow stronger as you progress. Now that's enough about energy work safety. Into the practical demonstration. Now, we've had body awareness tactile imaging, which is the system I developed and teach, is based upon focusing your body's awareness in a part of your body, as we discussed in the first video, and then moving that centre of attention, that awareness, backwards and forwards through the physical body. It can be in other ways. You could be doing a circular pattern, or moving it sideways, or brushing the surface, or wrapping. There's various logical techniques which we use. But for now, we're going to focus on just focusing your attention in your hands and then moving that attention to stimulate the energy body. So to start with, put out your hand or rest it on your desk, and take the fingertips of your other hand and stroke them backwards and forwards from your fingertips to wrist, up and down through your hand, about the same speed I'm doing it now. And while you're doing it this, you can have your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter, look at it. While you're doing this, focus on the touch you are feeling in this hand. Focus on the feel you are causing. Now, feel that moving up and down as you brush your hand with your fingertips of your other hand. Now, in a moment, I'm going to get you to stop brushing. Copy what I'm doing. I'm going to get you to stop brushing it and to move the feel alone. That sensation you're causing in that hand, by moving your fingertips up and down like this, move that feel alone. Stop touching it. I'm using this hand to point to what I'm doing here. Move the feel up and down through this hand, backward and forwards, fingertips to wrist, through the whole of that hand. Move the feel. Feel it moving up and down. Some people find it helps if they do this with their fingers, as if they got little laser beams coming out of their fingertips. It doesn't matter. As long as you are focusing your attention in moving that feel through your hand. And continue that for a minute, feeling it moving up and down, backwards and forwards, through the whole of your hand. Feel it in your bones and flesh, all through the hand as you move up and down through your hand. Keep doing this. It only takes a small part of your attention, so keep doing this while you listen to me. Now after a minute of doing this, you'll start to notice some strange sensations in your hand. You will find a tightness, a heaviness, a thickness. You'll get a prickling, a tingling, a buzzing. These can be mild or they can be very strong. It varies on the person and also on what side of the body you're using. Up and down, keep it moving through that hand. One side of your body, split down the middle, will be more sensitive to energy movement than the other. It varies from person to person. It's difficult to tell why. I don't know why. Up and down, keep it moving up and down through your hand, feeling it moving up and down. And continue doing that, and the sensations will get stronger and stronger and more pronounced. Now stop what you're doing for a moment, get both hands, rub them together, give them a little bit of a clap, make fists, and stretch your fingers out wide like this, quite strongly, to cause a residual sensation in both hands. Now put both hands out in front of you, rest them in front of you, and do exactly what we did with one hand, but do it with both hands simultaneously. Fingertips to wrists through both hands, move the energy backward and forwards, fingertips to wrists, up and down through both hands together. Fingertips to wrists, about this speed. Feel it moving through both hands. Fingertips to wrists, fingertips to wrists. Feel it moving through the whole flesh and bones of both hands. Rest, you can look at them or not, close your eyes, look away, but concentrate on that feel. Feel it moving from fingertips to wrists. Close your eyes now while you're doing it and feel this. Fingertips to wrists. Your awareness moving through both hands. Fingertips to wrists. Backward and forwards. Concentrate. Feel it moving. Now vary the speed a little bit, make it a bit faster or a bit slower, a bit more focused and intense until you get the best sensation producing action to get the most out of your the feeling, most sensations out of this. Now at another time continue this after the demonstration here and do this for much longer, because the longer you do this for, the better you'll get at it and the more sensations you'll get. Now ideally what you want is just a mild fuzzy magnetic feeling moving through your hands. Imagine you've got a glass plate with some iron filings on it and you've got a magnet underneath, and if you move the magnet backward and forwards under the glass, it will affect the iron filings and organise them and reorganise them when you move it backward and forwards through the glass. This is a little bit what's happening to your energy body. Your body awareness moving through your flesh is reorganising, disrupting your energy body and causing stimulation to occur. It's also connecting you with your body image and your energy body much more strongly. Now, stop what you're doing now, rub your hands together again, make fists again, and hold your hands up like this in front of you. Now don't do any body awareness actions on them. I just want you to feel your hands, be aware of your hands, and be aware of them in such a way that you want to catch every little minute change in temperature, every little minute gust of air. Blow on them. Feel that little sensation of air moving over them. You want to catch every little bit of temperature change, every little bit of air movement change. Feel the temperature of the air and with your hands, And this makes you sense more strongly with your hands. And just doing this, you'll find your hands will start to charge up more and more, and the sensations will become more and more intense. This works for 99% of people, and they'll get quite strong feelings or quite noticeable feelings doing this. Now keep in mind, you only want really to feel something mild, a mild change, a mild magnetic feeling in your hands. That is enough, because that way you can focus your body awareness and feel it when you move it through your body. Now this is the demonstration exercise, but all the energy work exercises we're going to do, or the energy work exercises in my book Energy Work, are an extension of this. It's a focus of body awareness and a movement of that body awareness through the flesh of your physical body, and wherever that happens to be. In your hands, you get these different sensations. You move it back through your arms, and do this now. Put your arms out reasonably straight or hanging by your sides. Feel your hands like we did before, and fingertips to shoulders. Move your body awareness from your fingertips up through the substance of your arms, all the way to your shoulders, and then back down through the whole of your arms to your fingertips. Do this in both arms together. Fingertips up through your forearms and biceps to your shoulders, and back down to your fingertips again. About half a second to 1 second each way. Up and down. Feel it moving through your arms. Hold your arms out or laying by your sides, and feel it moving backwards and forwards through your arms. Moving the feel through both arms. And now, keep doing this while I'm talking. Now you are stimulating the energy in both your arms and hands. Now, keep doing this if you like. The arms and hands, particularly the hands, are the major energy conduit into your higher centers. Now, this energy moves down into your chest and directly into your heart center structure, which is a very large, robust center in here. And from there, it also moves out into your higher centers this way, to your crown, and down into your lower centers. Now, this energy we're talking about here, you can call it air prana, air chi, air energy. It's in the atmosphere, atmospheric energy. Now, when you work on your feet, the feet connect into the planet. We have roots that go down into the planet. And even if you're in a high-rise building, it doesn't matter, they extend into the surface. And the energy you bring up through your feet can be called aptly earth energy, earth element type energy. And it's a different type of energy. And there's another energy which we bring down, you could say, into the crown of the head and into the energy body, and you could call that cosmic energy if you like. These are just logical descriptive names for these things. And I'll explain a lot more about this in my book Energy Work, and will be in other videos coming up, and the video training packages we'll be producing on these things. Stop working on your hands now, and I want you to hold your hands up like this again and feel like we did, like you're feeling for the air temperature. And when you get your hands charged up, move them apart, wide apart like this, and slowly, while you're sensing with them, move them together until they're almost touching, and back out again. Focus on your hands intensely again, as if you're trying to feel the air temperature as keenly and minutely as you can, and move your hands together and out again. And when your hands start coming together, you'll notice subtle changes in pressure. You'll get this little prickling around the fingertips, this little tingling, buzzing sensation in your hands. It's a subtle pressure sensation, and it starts quite a long way out, and the closer you get them together, you feel pressure changes and a difference when you get there. Now you can do this yourself. A better way to do it, you'll feel it much more strongly, is to get another person doing this and then stand face to face about 8 feet apart, facing each other. Both put your hands up, so your palms are facing each other, and then walk in together with your hands outreached until your hands are almost touching, and then walk back again. And then move back in again to almost touching, and then go back out again. Go back several feet, and as you're coming in, sense with your hands keenly, and you will sense much stronger pressure changes as you come in to the person. And what you're doing there, you're feeling the energy body of the other person, which is expanded because they've been doing energy work on their hands too. And the more you do it, the more expanded your energy body becomes. So, and this is a really fun thing to do. Find someone to do it with. It just takes a minute to teach them how to do it. And you'll feel the energy body. And it may be for the first time. Do that for a while with another person, and then move on to this. Take turns with the other person. Get the person to stand there with their arms by their sides and approach them from the side within easy reach. And move your hands out like this and around them, so your hands are either side of their head. Move them out wide, and sensing with your hands, move your hands in until you almost touch the person's face and back of the head, and then move it back out wide again. And feel the changes in pressure sensations as you move your hands in and out. Now move your hands up and down slowly. Move from the head, move up to the brow centre and feel the brow centre, and then move up to the top of the head, in and out of the crown centre. Move your hands around like this in all directions, and as if you were making dough. You're moving your hands in and shaping it. But keep sensing with your hands. Move them in and out above the throat centre, and then down to the heart chakra and stomach, and further down the body. And then move your hands, hold them a few inches apart from the person, a few inches off their body each side, and move your hands up and down, slide them over the person's body, and feel changes in the energy body. And you'll find you'll feel different pressures and sensations when you move through the chakras, but you may also detect injuries. If a person has an injury, maybe an old injury, it could be an injury to the spine or a shoulder or something. When you move your hands over it, you may feel a cool sensation or a warm sensation, which is different. Say you're moving it over a shoulder, you might find an area, say the size of my hand, where it feels cool or warm, and only when you're moving over that area. So it's warm when you're over that hand area, and then you move down and it feels different again, and you only get this like a warm patch or a cool patch. It might be a tingling patch, but it's something different. It might also feel nothing. You feel like a hole there, whereas you're feeling sensations all over the body, but when you get to a part of the body you feel nothing, like there's emptiness there. And this is showing you one, different structures of the energy body, but there might be an energy scar tissue there, or an energy wound there, or a little deficit in the energy body. It may be an injury which is still ongoing, that the mind has pushed into the background even though it's still damaged, arthritic, or you may have a damaged area in your spine which you're moving over. It may not be hurting the person at the moment, but you can feel the injury. Now this is a very good way of diagnosing a person if you want to find if they've had any injuries or not. And diagnosis like this is just very interesting to do and a fun thing to do. It helps you to feel energy better, and when you get confirmation from the other person, yes, they've got something, it might be a stranger, and you feel something strange over the heart, and they said, I had a bypass done 2 years ago and you're feeling something different there. It could be a spinal injury, it could be a stomach injury, it could be anything. A very fun thing to do when you're learning how to use energy work, because the best way to learn energy work and energy sensing is to do energy work. Now a little bit on, before we close, on the body image work. And the body image work is something I've been doing for the last couple of years, and it's becoming increasingly interesting, and I know it's very important. This is leading somewhere. Your body image, if you close your eyes, now close your eyes now and hold your hands up beside you like I'm doing now. Close your eyes. Now focus on your hands like we've been doing, and feel your hands, feel the air temperature, and while you're doing that, just keep your eyes relaxed, gazing straight ahead. And while you are focusing on your hands with your eyes closed, you will see something there beside you. And spread your fingers and close them into fists. Open your fingers, rotate your wrists, your arms, move your hands around like this. And in your mind's eye, you will see something moving there to the sides in your mind's eye. Now, it's not the light, because if you do this in a dark room, you'll get exactly the same thing. You can try this in bed when you go to sleep tonight. You'll see exactly the same thing. And if you put your hands over your face in front of you, you will see the same thing. You'll see a vague outline of your hands and fingers. Now, with the light on, this can be accounted for by shadows with your eyes going through your eyelids. But in a dark room, or put a black t-shirt over your eyes in the dark room, no shadows are getting through, but you will still see the outlines of your hands and arms. Now, if you spread this a little bit, holding your hands beside you, you will feel your arms, your forearms, your elbows, your biceps and your shoulders, and feel the whole of your arms from fingertips to shoulders, and just feel that and be aware of the whole of them, and move them slightly. Move your fingers like this, rotate your wrists slightly, and you will see something moving in your mind's eye. And do this with the rest of your body. Move your awareness down to your feet, wiggle your toes a little bit, move your feet a little bit, your legs, and you will see something moving in your mind's eye. Without moving your eyes down to look, just gaze straight ahead. Move your feet, wiggle your toes a little bit, and then be aware of your whole of your legs to your hips, and then your torso. Be aware of your torso, be aware of your head and your features, and then back to your hands again. And then move energy up and down through your arms, fingertips to shoulders, and then do the same on your feet. Repeat the exercise we did with the hands, from toes to heels through the whole of both feet, like we did before. Move the energy backwards and forwards through both of them, and then up and down through both legs, from your hips down to your feet again. Move the energy through the whole of your legs, and be aware of them. Feel with them, sense with them, as if you want to sense the air temperature and air movement there, and you will see something subtle there. Now, what you're seeing here now, if you start practicing this, will become stronger and stronger and clearer with practice, until you will start to see not only your hands, but you'll see your skin and your body. It will define itself better, and you'll start to see more of your body. It will become clearer and clearer as you define your body image. And your body image can be said to be, it is your energy body. It is also your astral body. You can say it's your etheric body. It is your spiritual body, your first spiritual body, which you can connect with and perceive through energy work and body image sensing. And you can even see it a little, and this will get stronger. And this is an excellent way to begin developing energy sight and mind's eye vision. And with more practice, you can even move that sight inside the body and look at your various organs. And with more practice again, we'll get into this later, you can move that sight into the body of another person when they're in front of you, or even if they're at a great distance, you can connect with them and do this. Because on the energy level in the world, there is no distance between us. We're all connected. So it's a simple matter to connect with somebody in another country, for example. Well, that's enough for the energy work demonstration. I hope you enjoyed it. I love giving the energy work demonstration. It changes every time I do it, and I learn a little bit more myself and how to do it better when I do it. And so I look forward to doing the next energy work video. And keep practicing the energy work, and have a great day. Bye.